Anesthesia providers play an important role in the protection of the patient during a laser procedure involving the head and neck. The patient's eyes and face should be covered with wet towels. During the procedure, the head and neck area should be vented to prevent trapping oxygen-rich air under the drapes. Anesthesia must carefully monitor the patient's airway because the endotracheal tube is filled with oxygen and close to the laser beam or handpiece. All laser tubes are laser resistant, not laser proof. A number of brands of endotracheal tubes are available for laser usage. The Mallinckrodt is a metal flex tube. It is rigid and more difficult to intubate with. The adult size tube is cuffed. The pediatric size is uncuffed. The Laser Shield 2 is a more user-friendly tube but has limited sizes with pediatric cuffs. This endotracheal tube is also more expensive. Both Metal Flex and Laser Shield 2 are approved for use with CO2 and KTP lasers. The Rush Laser Tubus is approved for use with KTP, ND-YAG, Holmium-YAG, argon, and CO2 lasers. It is the most expensive of the endotracheal tubes available. After intubation, the tube must be protected from the laser beam. The tube is hit by the beam 2% of the time, even with the best technician. Methylene blue is used as an indicator for the status of the cuff. Water in the cuff serves as both an indicator and an extinguisher. Cottonoids soaked with water or saline are used to insulate the area to be lasered. The laser should not be taken off of standby mode and made ready to use until the FiO2 is less than 30%. PVC endotracheal tubes are contraindicated in direct contact with the laser. If this contact occurs, the byproducts are hydrochloric acid and gas, which produces an explosive fire, and the endotracheal tube becomes torch-like. A blowtorch effect produces burns to the subglottic and upper trachea. The flame passes proximally and can burn the lips and face. If the tube is wrapped, the tube end and tape could be blasted into the distal airway. In the event of an airway explosion, the breathing circuit should be disconnected from the endotracheal tube, the fire extinguished with water or saline, and the tube removed. Any remaining packing or segments of the tube should be removed by anesthesia, as these allow the trachea to continue to burn. The airway must be reestablished by intubation if possible, or tracheostomy, the patient ventilated and examined. Failure to follow laser safety policies and procedures can be disastrous.